I like how I try to use my own emote and it just doesn't work. Don't know why that was like that. Anyways. Let's put that in there. Okay. Hello, Souplade. I don't know if you're still around, but I can see you typed in chat. So the thing that well, I don't actually know. I don't know where I would stand on this, honestly. Luke happened to get the most world records held by a player, I believe, today. He currently has 13 on 13 separate tracks. No, on 13 separate categories. Which is the most any player has ever held. And this being his the newest edition that he got today. I want to take a look at it from Yasha's perspective as well, because I'm curious to know what actually made that run the way that it is. Because I personally thought Yasha's run was kind of consistent here. I mean, Yasha's definitely held it for long enough to have that sort of collective. But, wait, no, I don't want to do that way. There we go. But I guess things have been changed up. And Yasha no longer has this. Also means I believe Yasha doesn't have any world records at all. But I could be wrong. Ah, you see, so that lost him a bit of time there, but I know that loses time usually. And then Yasha rides... Oh no, Yasha still has Raceway, my bad. Yasha still rides the copings really well. Well, I believe Vincent's playing today on Raceway, so if Vincent happens to get that, then man, that'd be this would be a really interesting day. There you go. So it looks like Luke only goes for that corner cut certain laps. But Luke still gets worse shrooms overall. I think that's probably his best one. This shroom, like, probably one of the hardest in the game, if not the hardest. At least with regards to regular. And he went for the corner cut on lap 3 as well. Pretty even spacing between here. I want to see how that shroom worked out. That was really hard to tell. I think Yasha's looked slightly worse. Hello Bradley, how are you doing? I hope work wasn't too strenuous for you. It sounds like it was a very abrupt thing. Depressed, oh dear. That's not a good sign then. You didn't miss too much in the Mario Maker level at least. I made everyone play a load of Chris Jaw's stages which weren't designed for multiplayer versus or multiplayer anything. So literally we got to the very last one that I had and it was literally just me and in-gamer dying and then letting Neil run the whole thing. It was fun. Kinda. Took like 3 hours to do though. Right, when did I put this? I see yesterday though you made use of the ad thingy. That's there. That's there now. All the chat rewards. Oh, and I updated the little tabs that go underneath the channel now. I just updated some of the rules. I got rid of the Q&A sort of section, and I updated all the roles because the moderator list has significantly shrunk. There we go. Okay, where's that thing gone? Oh yeah, my room's a mess. I've not been keeping it tidy at all. I'm not tidy at all either. It's just ugh. But you know. Was fuming when I got the phone call to go in. Not surprised. That must have been very last minute. It sounded like it was. Why does that feel weird? Wow. That's really stupid. On the plus side, though, I've got Ningamer to get CTGP. In fact, I'll actually show you. He's got an FC now. We got Ningamer on CTGP, and before I bullied him and Nil with Crystal's stages, we were all gonna go on here, and me and Nil were gonna do a GP of Mushroom Peaks to show Ningamer, because he hasn't played that track. He doesn't. I don't even know if he knows what it is. So. Where is he? There we go. There he is. I don't know if you want to add that or not. I gave him RFCs. So... let me just copy that because just in case I need it in the future. Even though I technically already have this. No, I don't. Fair enough. Bye then. And hello, Soup Played. Welcome back. I'm doing okay, I think. Don't know how well this is gonna go. That needs refreshing, doesn't it? Capture card. Ugh. But I'm not as pissed now because I made a deal with my boss. If I work tomorrow and Friday, he will give me Saturday off. Nice. That sounds worthwhile to me. I'm sad but trying to get that sub. You're close. You'll probably get it sooner than I'll PB on this track, honestly. Anyways. Let's try, shall we? Wish me luck, I guess. After the chat calmed down yesterday, it actually didn't go too badly. Of course, while I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna pop Tom on in the background. Has there been any more news about Tom moving yet, Bradley? Do you know at all? I would assume not. You probably know about as much as I do. But if I had to guess, he's just playing Mogies up until the point where he needs to start moving stuff. And he won't start doing anything like time trials or whatnot until after he's settled in. You haven't watched him in about a week? Okay. Fair enough. Presumably because you haven't had time, I guess. He's not there at the moment by the looks of things. I just came into a home menu. There's also a lot more background on Tom's stream now, I noticed. Background sound, background things, at least. I swear you didn't used to like hear that much before, but shows how much I know. Whew, okay. Hit the wall at 3. That sounds typical. But keep going. If you've just started now while I've started and you're already on a pace to sub. And yeah, that's already really good. Because I'm not going to get a lap 1 for a little while now. Play lounge, get mad at lounge, get drunk because I can't handle lounge. Oh god, why a lounge? Why not just carry on playing Mario Brothers? Because you actually seem like you're having fun with that game. Unless you're kind of done with targets there for now, which would also make sense, I guess. I can't tell what's going on Tom's stream. It's just nothing. Eh. You got a time you're happy with. Fair enough. You're not doing 100%. Doesn't it take like an entire day or something? Have you ever attempted 100%, or you just be like, oh, I can't be fucked to do that. It's just like, no, this game is... No. When was the last time you did a Mario series speedrun? Because I don't think I've seen you do that for a while. "100% in your game is your thing, to be honest." Yeah, I suppose so. And thank you, Fatality. And I need it. As usual. Only game that I had any aspiration sort of 100% speedrunning was this one. But I wanted to do, when it came to doing all the GPs, I want to do all the 3 stars. Because there's just something so incompletist in my head when I see anything but the 3-star rank on this game. I don't know why that is. I think it's because it just took me so long to first grind for it. Way back when. Then I just saw Jacob play it. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, because like even witnessing him doing like the first few GPs, so boring. It was just like, why? And it was like 150, like on the Flower Cup or something, and I just walked downstairs. Oh, and then of course you have to do the 50cc, and then you have to do the 100cc and the time trial shit. And I don't actually even know the proper system to do it quickest, and it's just not worth it. The more you describe it, the more problems you come up with. To be honest, even 216 makes more sense in that regard. Like, without really properly thinking about it, a 216 makes tons more sense than 100%. 16 hours. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I will. I think the closest thing that I would do to that is, if I ever get back into it, I'd randomly follow along with the Mario Kart Let's Play series things that I did. And I'll be playing this game with automatic Wii wheel in a cart, just to be more interesting and more casual. .216 is infinitely more fun than 100%. There you go then. The good thing about it is you only have to play every track in CTGP once. With this game, on 100%, you have to play through, was it, every track at least 5 times over? Yeah. I should probably sit down and do a proper 216 one day, actually. CTGP 100% speedrun when what the fuck is 100% speedrun? 3-star rank on every goddamn cup. On every goddamn CC. How long would that take? That sounds disgusting. Every cup, every CC, every fucking TT. Bloody hell, I would rather cut off my index fingers. Oh, God. At least 60 hours. You're just not underselling it. You're just... the less I want to do, I just want to play something else. Just anything but that. I'd rather do 7 true 100... Actually, no, that's even worse. Because you're just doing these tracks constantly. 7 true 100% runs. Ugh. Never mind, I talked myself out of it by just talking shit. A relay? Oh, what? So you mean like if me, you, and Jacob were to do it, like you would sit through like 150cc and mirror, then would tag Jacob in to do all the time trials, and then you'd tag me in to do all the 50cc, 100cc stuff. I assume, like a relay like that. Or would it be more of a more take it in turn sort of relay? So we'd all do like a GP, a cup each or something, and then pass on. If that was the case, I'd have to use the classic controller, wouldn't I? To be honest, I think over time I'd prefer that rather than the nunchuck for a 216. Oh god. Like, it would just seem logical to either use the classic controller or the goddamn GameCube controller. Also, yes, we finally got past. Maybe if you had like 5 people it could work. 5 would make more sense as well. Because that would be 1 for every category, wouldn't it? Yeah, but who else would sit through something like that? And who would volunteer themselves to do 50cc out of all things? Be me, you, and Jacob. Bully Neil to fly over from the US to do it with us in person as well. Don't know anything. Don't know anyone about anyone else. Let's not start. There we go. Well, no one else has done it. I would have thought that that would have at least crossed someone's mind. A 216 relay. Maybe it's something we could look into one day. Who knows? I don't know. Why is this stopped? Tom, come back. My Twitch app crashed, that's why. Okay, there we go. Right. Back to the start. Oh, you bastard. Hold on. Okay, the fan is on. I sat in here for too long on my own today. Playing Super Mario Maker, so it is a bit stuffy. The minute that the fan started blowing, it's like a lot colder. Oh, don't do this to me. Can't even catch up doing that. Probably would have done if I cut off more of the second turn. Third turn even. A 216 relay wouldn't be that hard to organise, to be honest. Really? How so? I mean, I have no idea on how anything is, anything in that regard is organised. I mean, it depends if you're... I guess you could do it online as well, could you? Or... No, I mean, as in, like, not all playing online, but as in, like, everyone's doing it in their respective location, so... You'd be doing it at your place, and then, you know, I'd start up a stream or something, and carry it on from here, and then pass it on to Jacob at his house. And do it there. All that malarkey. Huh. We can get Ningamer to do it now because he's got CEGP. Just bully him into doing one. A 216. If we had 7 people doing a GP each player would play for an hour and a half. Also, like, huh. So would they play, like, the amount of GPs that fit in an hour and a half, like, in conjunction with each other? So one player would start, and then they'll play for an hour and a half, then it'd go to the next player, and they'll play until an hour and a half. Or would we just swap it per GP instead? That might actually be doable. If you cut it in up an hour and a half for each player. Do we know 7 people that would do it though? That's the thing. We have like 3. I feel like we'd legit do it. Maybe if you can somehow get Hypno into doing it again. Have a 4th. If I can convince Nil to do it, maybe a 5th. Though Nil has a lot less time. The first 2 people would play the first 2 30 races. Race GPs. Then the next 4 will do 31 GPs, and the last one will do the 32 race GP. Not bad. You could probably cut it up as well so that most players would do most players would do tracks that they're strongest with. Wait, most players would do their stronger tracks or ones that they like. I guess. Or you can just move the players around so that their better tracks would be in the section that they would do. So we'd put you in the block with Mushroom Peaks, I guess. I'd go in the block with a lot of the retro tracks, because I'd probably play as Daisy or some shit like that. I don't know. This is actually interesting now. I'm starting to try and think about it. Jacob could have Haunted Woods, I guess. Alright then, Suplayed. Thank you for stopping by, I guess. I presume you... Well, actually, I presume you say for a bit means you'll be coming back later. In which case, see you in a bit. Nice. I hate that turn so much. Oh, that was annoying. I didn't get the triple anyway, it's fine. No loss. I think a lot of the GBAs and GTNs are in the same block. That one may suit you. Maybe. I'm kind of like half and half on a lot of the GCNs. Not that there are any bad, it's just that I'm not very good at driving a lot of them. Like Mushroom Bridge, oh god. Help me when I get to that one. Not Mushroom Bridge, the other one that's kind of like Moonview based. I like go for that little shroomless strip that you can do right down the right hand side, and I just randomly get bonked off. Full. Oh, then again, you got Baby Park. If I can run that with Daisy and not get hit by any CPUs or anything, then we might have a good thing, a good race, a good lead, a good time or split or something there. But then again, that's like asking for the second coming of Jesus or something, probably having a clean Baby Park race with other people involved and items. Mushroom City, yeah, I think that's that one. Not that there's anything bad with the track, I'm just not very good at it. Like every time I've played it. So if I was to do the GCN and GBA tracks, I would need to practice them all and actually learn what I'm doing. I just get used to them. What else is there on there? I can't think of any others that actually be a significant problem. Actually. No, that's the only one that comes to mind. That was a bit too close to the right for me to compensate for. I'm just thinking about random CTs now. Yeah, I think as far as I can think through it, that block would probably work best. Other than Mushroom City and, I don't know why I say and, yeah, other than that one, I can't really think of anything else. Not without properly, like, writing them down and looking at which tracks would be where. Because a lot of the GBA tracks are somewhat flat. Oh, the Bowser's Castles I'll probably have issues with. But that's not too big of a deal. We'd also have to consider what times people are available. That would be very true as well. And we'd need to plan it ages in advance. So, like, a month or two from now. To make sure that you are around then. That Jacob and anyone else that we have is around then. And we'd need to also, like, have probably a timetable. To make sure that everybody is around for the time that they're allocated to. Because I think a good thing about that, doing a relay, is that we should be able to work around people. So, like, if Jacob has something to do later in the day, or if I'm doing something earlier on and then I have to come back into things, then no, we could work around it. Actually sounds like we're planning to do this. Not that I'm opposed to the idea, of course, but it would just be very tricky. Ah, I knew I was going to hit it. You're bipolar to drive a GP. Beautiful. Who would it be then? I guess we have a bit. If you can get Hypno to do it as well, then we have a potential 5 already. We get Dark to do it as well. I'll buy him a capture card and everything. Alright, maybe I won't go that far, but you know, he can put his he can put his webcam in front of his computer screen or something, I don't know. That was weird. You can have my Elgato. Wait, have my Elgato. Something about the LGP. You can have my Elgato. I'm never giving away my LGP. Smart. He can have my Elgato, but he would have to rest it in a specific angle in order to get the USB port working. Because I stepped on it and bent the USB port out of at an angle. So now, whenever I use the Elgato, you can hear me fumbling around with like a water bottle and a battery. Because I have to rest the Elgato at an angle to get the USB cable in there and working. But I just can't be bothered to, you know, fix it or get a new one or anything like that. It's an Elgato, you know? Yeah. And then we got our... Wait, we got 6 people, haven't we? Does Mini still play C2GP? Because it would either be Mini or would have Nil or somebody. Nah, okay. At least I don't think. Okay. I mean, I think when he joined for my birthday fun room stuff... Actually, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure for some of that, he joined when he was on Dolphin. But I'm pretty sure he did also, like, try and get his Wii U set up just so he could play some C2GP stuff. I don't know. Maybe. But then again, it would be more likely for us to get Nil to do that. Or someone else, I feel. Be right back, okay. And hello, Chavis. How are you doing? What's up? What's up, indeed. Oh, that was too far to the left. Yeah, let's just try and complete this run. Never mind. Wasn't going to PB, so it's not too big of a loss. But it'll be nice to get into the feel of completing something, if you know what I mean. Huh. Hello, Scorpy. Thank you for the luck. I haven't been able to finish any decent laps yet, but fingers crossed I can get something today. Hope your holiday is going well. Yeah. Today was good. Good to hear. No getting caught in the rain or sunburnt today, I assume. Oh crap. Okay. No. Almost swam into a stingray. Oh my god, that's really is it exhilarating? I wouldn't say it's exhilarating. It depends on how big they are, I guess. The closest I've ever been to a stingray, I'm pretty sure I've just swam over the top, so there was one just sort of right down. It was like right down at the bottom of the sea, and I was kind of swimming closer to the surface and just looking down on it. But it was a pretty sizable ray as well. It was like at least the size of a medium-sized dog. It's the best comparison I have. Gonna be out partying again tonight. Wow. Meaning I get like 5 or 6 hours of sleep each night. Just low-key scary. It still sounds like you probably are getting more sleep than I am though. And you're actually doing something during the night to kind of keep you up. You mistake them for other things, running each morning, which is good again. Less burnt out now. Fair enough. Yeah. Haven't played Mario Kart this week. I mean, that makes perfect sense. You're on holiday, enjoy it. Don't need Mario Kart to hold you back. I remember one of the last times I went on holiday, I spent majority of the time in the hotel room planning some time trial things when I was going to get back, and I was talking to... I remember staying up late and talking to Jacob and Bradley on Skype when I was on holiday. Ah, it was fun. That wasn't the last time I went on holiday, though. That was, like, the time before that. Last time I went on holiday anywhere, I actually didn't have time to do any of that most of the time. Oh god, that was bad. Yeah, I just missed out on having a 0.1 lap one. All because of that. And the ending. Learnt Take 5 on guitar. I could show it to you if you like sometime. Take 5, man. Oh, I love Take 5. Yeah, it was a nice start. Yeah, Take 5. I remember... I did learn Take 5 in college, actually. And then the starting bit of it is easy, if I remember. But it's just the chords that after it is like... Oops. Nope. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's the start of the. I've got things on my fingers, so I can't really play this very well. I don't remember the melody though at all. Something a bit like that. I'll show you the melody, that'll be cool. It was... Yeah, I did know it once upon a time, but... But, you know, if you don't practice enough, you forget things over time. It must have been like 2017, maybe late 16 actually, when I first learnt that and put it through. Like, I knew all the alternative chords as well. Your guitar is lovely, as in the actual guitar itself. Or just the way that I play it. It's a, it's a Sigma guitar, if you know that. Sigma is one of those Martin clones. Oh, my playing. It's alright. It still needs a bit of work here and there, but it's alright. What really annoys me though is that to try and learn something, it takes me a lot longer to do it than everybody else. So all the other guitarists, on my course were much better than me. But the thing that I guess worked in my favor is that I've got a very good technical understanding. And I guess you can kind of apply that in the same sense to this track. In a way. Because my technical understanding of what I had to do and like actually trying to work towards replicating it was pretty good. Yeah, pretty much. And if you like it, then it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Ah, I like Take 5 though now. I've got that playing through my head. Gonna have to listen to it. Well, I could show you some stuff sometime. It was supposed to be a duet I did with my brother on the piano. Ah, okay. Yeah. So I'd presume he was just doing the chords and then you were doing the saxophone melody on the guitar then. Why are you doing that? Get back up there. Oh, you would switch. That's cool too. I'm not as versed with piano as I am with guitar. I can play. But I'm not as good. Not good enough to do any solos and stuff. Same. Oh, there you go, yeah. Do you know the song I chose for MC3? I don't actually know what song you chose for MC3. The one that you gave me. That, I don't remember what you sent me. You'd have to tell me. Oh God. Ah, okay. YYZ by Rush. I probably do know the song, but I don't know it by name. It's a Rush song though, so it's a good choice, I guess. It's really sad. I only realised who Rush were recently. As recently as like the last 2 or 3 years. I knew of them and I knew of their existence, but I didn't, so I knew their songs and everything, but I didn't, what's the word for it? If someone were talking about them, I'd be like, oh, who's that? Just not know them by name. But yeah, I knew their songs. And like, if you played me a song, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've heard this like a billion times. It's sad. I'm sad about that as well. Because from what some of the few stuff that I've listened to is Favorite bands are, yes, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Blondie, and Rush. Ah, okay. You're in that category. I see. Yes, that's sounds like most of the music that my my cousin would like. So I remember, or my cousins even, like they're both brothers. And I remember when one of the times when I last went on a walk with my cousin, we were coming back from the location and he put on like a random song on the stereo, and it was one by Yes, and it was like 20 minutes long. So we drove from where we were, like across town to the shops, and then because it was like one of his first time driving as well, we went to the shops, then we went round, and we were trying to go back to our grandparents' house, but then he took like a wrong turn and went like the wrong direction, so we had to kind of go back on ourselves and fix that. And then we actually got out of that town, going to the other town where we're to my grandparents' house, and we got there just as the song finished. The same goddamn song the whole time. It was ridiculous. Jimi Hendrix as well, of course. Yeah, he'd absolutely fall in that into that, I guess, genre. Close to the Edge. Nice. Voodoo Child. I remember when there was someone. Yeah, there was someone who could play that on guitar that my cousin knew in like year 7. And they came to like a family gathering, and they just were constantly playing it, and all of the see, most of my, I think, aunts and uncles, and then my my parents, my mum's cousins, they all like went to concerts and things of these to people like this, so they were just like really happy about that music. I chose that for the BKT I set on Underground Sky, but it got taken down. I could play Voodoo Child, but I'm not year 7. Fair enough. What did Bradley say just there? It's a good job I haven't joined Emogi yet. I still haven't updated CTGP. Really? Wait, have you not updated CTGP from like the recent update that I covered on my channel with like, what is it? That really sort of gothic looking track with just a random pond in the middle somewhere. No. Oh my god. Oh man. At least I have it on my lounge SD card. Oh, okay. This update is good or awful, if I remember correctly. I honestly think this update is arse. It's kind of the more mediocre ones. I'd agree in that sense. It's too, like, the first 2 were actually really good updates. Despite the fact that I'm not happy still about N64 Wario Stadium getting updated. or the update it received. The other 2 tracks that I really like got updated, and I really like those updates. So they're good. And then there were a lot of other interesting tracks in there too. This one's more mediocre. Like, I'm not really against any of the tracks that got in. And I'm not into... And I'm not really, like, disgusted by them as well, but yeah. You know what I'm saying. It's like, did we really need this to happen? You know what I mean? Ah, thank God I'm not the only one, Scorpy. All the old N64 Wario Stadium kids. There's some people out there that still like it and prefer it. New Cartwood Creek and DCMC are nice. I don't know how I feel about the new Cartwood. It looks nice at least, and it's fun to play still, fun to drive, but it doesn't. It doesn't have that same sort of character to it as the old track did, if you know what I mean. Like, that was fun in its own regard as well. The new Pipe Underworld is getting in the next update. Ooh. I wonder how that's been remade. I don't know if I've seen it. It's a nice TT now. It's very similar to the original. That sounds interesting. There's Pipe Underworld's one of your more preferred tracks, isn't it, Bradley? Oh, crap. Oh, okay, I didn't mess... Oh, never mind. I hate Shadow's version. Okay. I understand your visual aspects to things, but as a TTer, I only really care for how it TTs, except it's a bullet bike track now. I presume you mean Cartwood. The old Cartwood TT'd really well as well, though. That was fun to drive. Star slope visuals. As in, like, the road texture. I actually don't remember Star Slope. Not off by heart. Just play it so little. Someone has made an MC3 without pipes. Oh my god. That sounds like heaven. It's not surprising either. I'm pretty sure that's probably existed for a while. Oh. At the same time, though, I don't think it would change too much. MC3 without pipes. Oh, has someone made MC3 without pipes? Oops. Probably. And if so, I don't actually... if they haven't, I don't actually think it's too hard to make. Because it is, pipes are part of the KCL, so you just have to, like, remove that. Hello. Sorry. Easton. No, I can't see anything. No. There are tons of textures though. There's a snowy MC3. Oh, I want to see that. That's really cool. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked now. My bad. To be honest, Scorpy, I could probably do it. I think I still have stuff to edit it with. Either I could probably do it, or I could find someone to do it. It doesn't sound like it would take too long, too much to do that. And yeah, the headphones that I'm using at the moment are quite hard to hear how loud my voice is, so I was talking quite loudly. And everyone's going to bed now. Might head out soon, fair enough. Thank you for stopping by, either or. Providing luck and interesting questions. And getting Tape 5 stuck in my head. Better than MC3, I suppose. Yep, see you then, Scorpy. And hello, Offie. As soon as one leaves, another one joins. How are you doing? Pretty decent, actually. What about you? Any decent runs? I had some decently driven lap ones here and there. but none that I could quite complete. And that's about it. No full runs as such, but some decent driving. Otherwise, I'm all right, I think. I've been inside a lot today because I was recording some Super Mario Maker stuff earlier. Yeah. The good luck charm is here. Now I'm gonna complete a run. This is gonna be my next PB right now, right here. Let's go. PB. Ah, crap. That was just a decoy. The next one. Ah. I need to stop acknowledging it. Maybe it would be better then. I'll read what that says now. Don't know if it cancels out, but out the good luck by saying it's good luck, but I mean it is what it is. Yeah. Couldn't put it any better myself. You? What is this? What was that for? You ignored me. Let's try that again. There you go, that's better. I don't know why that did that. It's annoying. Happy 30th of June! Hooray! That's really annoying. Every time that happens. Stay there. You're annoying. There we go. Stay. Stay. It's just over a month before school starts again. Not for me. Oh, hi, Will. How you doing? For a minute, that looked like it said Backhawk. And I was like, what the fuck is that? It's just back with like 7,000 Cs. Hello. How are you doing, Will? Did you finally catch the music? My favourite and best piece of work from the festival is up on my YouTube channel now, so if you haven't seen it, you can go and look at it. Also on SoundCloud as well. That's the new command in the title and everything. Lucky you, I'm gonna have to sleep like a normal person again. Honestly, I would rather take that over what things are like at the moment. I really would. Speaking of you, Will, even though we weren't speaking of you at all, I had a dream where you were actually in the dream a few weeks ago. At least you don't have arms that are burning. What? As in like sunburn? Or like actual on fire. Actually on fire. Funny enough, I was thinking about going to Ready Pop to see you. What, as in like actually going to the studio itself? I mean, I'm not actually there. I haven't been since March. They've actually moved. They've actually moved locations as well, so I don't know if that's been updated on their website or not yet. But I need to find out where they are. Concert? It was a live festival, Will. You could have gone to it from anywhere. It was actually... It wasn't like an actual concert or festival or performance or anything. It was done virtually. Unless you're talking about before the pandemic. That's actually really cool. Oh, sunburn. Okay. You're not the only one. You're not the only one who's told me that. Well, I don't know if you're in the UK, Will, but it's like 30 degrees on Friday, so your arms will have a lot more fun on that, I'm sure. Not 30 degrees again! Oh. The sun could piss off, honestly. It does nothing for the world. It's just a massive fucking heater sometimes. Nothing important about the sun at all whatsoever. Can we... I'm gonna start a petition to get rid of the sun. That's what I'm gonna do. It's pointless. I'd rather it just, like, snowed. Hello again, Suplayed. Before the pandemic, when they were doing the one before the online thing. Ah, okay, that would make more sense. I guess. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that mindset. You're not the only one who had that idea as well. I think Jacob and Jordan were actually considering coming to that too. And I don't remember for certain, but I'm pretty sure I sent the information about it to Offie. Just in case as well. Had a massive group meetup. That'd have been interesting. Yeah, what was I talking about? The dream that I was talking about, Will. Honestly, it was like... it was like... After the... Kind of like after the lockdown. And I was just catching the train back into the studio. And I was looking around. And then I just saw someone. And I just saw you standing the opposite side of the carriage. And I just waved. I'd be like, oh hi, Will, and then you just sort of looked at me, but then you kind of did this look away as if you're like trying to pretend like you didn't see them, and then I started walking down the walking down the carriage toward you, and then you sort of were looking back and away, and then just started walking away to try and avoid me, and you walked into the next carriage, and I followed you in there, but then but you got into there before I did, and then as soon as I got there, you just disappeared. You're just not there anymore. That's the dream. That was it. You happened to be on the same train as me, saw that I was there, and I tried to approach you, and you just avoided me. It amused me. It led to me having a really interesting random thought as well. Like, what if I did that? What if you're just if you're just on the train one day, and then we do actually cross paths. We're like on the same train, and then I just see you, and then I just start running towards you, and I just start shouting the MC3 theme, and then just chasing you through the train, while just screaming the MC3 theme at the top of my lungs and like slamming people out the way, just causing havoc to rain down. Like one of the worst train journeys you'll ever have. The only people I tend to really avoid is people in the car, and they honk because I can't see in their window. I mean, avoiding people in a car seems like just common sense in general, if you don't know them. But I presume you're saying that because you would. So what have I done with these headphones? I've tangled them up. Like, while I was talking about that, I was fiddling with my headphones and I was just twisting them into themselves. People in cars are terrifying. I mean, yeah. Did I ever tell anyone about the time where I almost died? I was just walking along the pavement one time while I was still in college, and then I think, why did you use a shroom? I didn't use a shroom there. Guess I can practice this though. Crap. Yeah, what did I say? It was still when I was in college, so I was in the same, back when I was in college. It was before I started going to the studio, but I was still in the same location. So, you know, I'd still catch the train there and do the same sort of journey to go to college and whatnot. I was walking along the main road, and you had one of those it was one of those much wider pathways, which could fit, could comfortably fit a car in it if it actually came down that side. And yeah, there was it was like a tiny little sort of hatchback thing with, I guess, like a group of teenagers or something in them. It was just messing around, and they were just speeding down this this open main road. And the car mounted the pavement while it was speeding. So it was coming the opposite way. So I was walking one direction, it was coming the other way, and it mounted the pavement as it was driving towards me. And the minute that I saw it do that, I kind of stopped walking, and I was honestly ready to just leap to the left because there was like a low down wall, which I would have just been able to just sort of jump into like a bush. So it was a good, I want to say like a good 30, 50 meters away. Maybe slightly closer. I'm not very good at judging distance. It looked like it was going to hit me, but it thankfully disembarked the pavement before it got anywhere concerningly close. And a greater upside to that is that I didn't have to jump into the bush. That's the biggest upside I take out of that. I didn't have to humiliate myself and randomly jump into a hedge. Ah, but yeah, fun times. Would have been a completely different story if I didn't jump and the car didn't disembark from the pavement, though, I'm sure. I'm pretty mad right now. Why? Unless they pull down their window and poke their head out, I'm okay. For me, even just honking makes my stomach drop. Oh god. Honking is loud, to be fair. Like, you could hear it on TV or in videos a lot of the time, and you're just like, you know, that's not that bad. But then you hear it in person, it's just really loud. Another thing that I hate is emergency vehicle sirens and motorbikes. They're just, like, obnoxiously loud, and I just hate it. I might go to Taunton or Penzance in the future on Great Western Railway. That's the train that pulled up at the platform before I went back home from college. And there was one point in time where I almost went on that train, not realising. Thankfully, though, I was with someone at the time, so I didn't actually get on there. But if I did get on that train, I would have gone on a journey that I wasn't ready for. Getting catcalled at the age of 12 was not fun, and I never wave unless I recognise the car. But I have a really bad vision, so never recognise cars. Wow. Catcalling is not nice. I was having this discussion with my sister like a week ago, and she genuinely... We were just talking while we were sat watching TV, because what happened was she met up with her friend, and her friend got catcalled by a guy in a van. A guy in a van, out of all things. That's even worse, right? And so they were discussing that, and then my sister just was like, I don't know, talking about everything awful about it for like half an hour. It's just, I don't know why would you do that? It doesn't make sense. And yeah, if a car beeps or if someone shouts or waves out of a car window, I usually would just turn and look and just kind of like stare at them because I can't tell. I'm pretty sure there's so many situations where someone I knew is like passed or just beeped or like waved, and I'm just like, who the fuck was that? I just never know. Yes, didn't become one with the bushes. 56 seems so in reach and out of reach at the same time. That's just Mario Kart Superplayed. It will throw shit back at you no matter how hard you try. You can put time and time in again and again, and it will not take that as a reason to give you something. You just kind of got to keep at it and just get that good run. And, well, of course, when you get the run, it's like, it's going to be the best thing ever if it's something you've been working toward for so long. Trust me. on that one. Just keep at it. It's definitely possible. You definitely seem to be on point with that potential, and you acknowledge that as well. So you're not taking the fall as a reason to quit. In reach, in reach and out of reach of no. Is it the type of train with the doors at the end of the carriage? Yeah, the kind of pointy looking one. I actually have a leaflet right here that I picked up last time I went to the station because they put them up and I was like, oh, trains are interesting. I'll actually see what this does. You probably have like 7 of these. Yeah, it's this one, Will. Can you see the one I'm pointing at? I'm holding it closer to the microphone. This one here. You see it? Good. Hold on. It has its names here somewhere. Where are the names? Where are the fucking names? Okay, maybe I'm making it up. It's it says IET, so it has a diagram of each of the trains here. And it has 5 carriage IET, 9 carriage IET, 10 carriage IET. No, I can't. I'll show you again. Yeah. Here we go. This one right here. Can you see that? There we go. I'm holding it as close as I possibly can. Right here. See it? See it yet? Okay. Surely you gotta have seen that one now. No, I think you know the one I'm talking about anyways. It's the one with the yellow bit at the front and it's green. Kind of looks like some sort of bird. Intercity express trains. There we go. ASMR. Oh my god. I don't think I could be good for ASMR. I love ASMR, don't get me wrong, but... I wouldn't be good at it. I have no idea how that sounded, though. If anyone could clip that and send it to me, that would be fantastic. This one, Will. This one! Look at the picture through the microphone, goddammit! Azumas. Huh. Azumas. Which is Eastern Japanese. Nice. Is that you describing the sound that the paper made? That's my impression of gobbledygook. Oh my god. You know, actually, there was a random point, like, a month or 2 ago, Will. I'm pretty sure I actually told you this as well. Where I was looking back at just loads of random Japanese Twitter accounts. And I was looking back at all of the scenic places that they have in Japan and all of the cool looking trains that they have over there. If you look back through all the likes on my Twitter, you'd see them. But the trains there... The trains and the stations, at the same time as they give, like, the same aesthetic to, catching the train at night over here, they look so much more high-tech. Oh, it's so good. It gave me, like, this sort of blissful feeling for wanting to catch the train at night and, wanting to go to Japan at the same time. It was so good. At least it's not as worse as my sunburn. What, the train? Or the sound through the microphone? Presumably microphone. I got to go. Thank you for stopping by again, Soupblade. Hopefully you can get that 56 soon. Fingers crossed. One of my friends is going mad over them. Japanese trains, I assume. Sound, okay. Oh. I really want to be on a train right now. Like, coming back from the studio late in the winter, while it was just dark outside the train, is honestly one of my favourite feelings. If I'm able to do it before this year ends, I'm gonna... go and buy like some chocolate milk and just drink it while I'm on the train on the way back home. Oh, I love it. So that was nice. The lap itself was better than I thought, actually. Oh, you bastard. Yeah, this isn't going to be anything important. Are you on a monitor? Is in playing off a monitor? No. I am playing off of a TV. Quite an off-branded one as well, actually, but the delay is pretty nice, so can't complain. It's gonna be so nice when things are normal again. It really is. But the sad truth is, it's probably going to be ages before that as well. Especially for me. Being a redundant asset right now is not very nice. I see why you like them. Japan is a very nice place. There you go. Maybe we should go there one day, Will. When I'm finally finished with MC3 in like 10 years' time. I'll take you there. I'll take Offie there as well. We can find some Japanese bread. Okay. Fuck you. Not good. Oh, Japanese bread time. Oh my god. You know what? Let's take a look. Oh, I just typed it into Google and it just comes up with those like bread rolls that you like put burgers in or something. Shokupan, or whatever they're called. Japanese milk bread. Japanese milk bread. Let's take a look at this. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I'm going to send this over here. So I can actually read it. Send to Sony tablet. Hold on. There you go. This one's for you, Offie. I'll read it out and everything. With the most optimal of background silence. After the cookie thing goes away. Right, here we go. Have you ever eaten shokupan, the Japanese milk bread? You must try it. It's that delicious, soft, and fluffy white bread loaf that you can get in Japan. They are amazingly fluffy and keep moist for longer than ordinary bread because of the Yundain method. Why is Japanese bread so fluffy? Why is Japanese bread so soft and fluffy and has the mochi-like texture? The answer is because of the Yundain method. The Yundain method makes the bread pillowy, soft, and fluffy, and also keeps the bread from drying out quickly. This is because the heated... Oh, Christ. Get gelatinized starch in the flour keeps the moisture inside the bread. So, what is the Yundain method? Yundain is made by mixing bread, flour, and hot boiling water, adding hot boiling water gelatinizes the starch. The gelatinized starch is not only allows the starch to take in more water, but also increases the sweetness of it. Therefore, adding Yundain to the bread dough. The Yundain method. You can make soft, moist, and sweeter bread which lasts longer. There you go. There's more. Yundain versus Tang's Hong. I don't know what that word is. I'm just going to say Tang for short if it comes up again. The Yundain method originated in Japan and it became widespread and the popular way to make bread in Asian countries when the Yoran Shen introduced Tang as a secret ingredient to bake the soft bread and light Japanese milk bread in her book called Bread Doctor. Oh my god. There's a book. Yundain ratio of flour and water is usually 1:1, whereas the Tang method is made by 1:5 ratio of bread flour to water. The Tang mixture is made by heating up to 149 degrees Fahrenheit, 65 degrees Celsius, then cooled down to room temperature and added to bread dough. I will explain how to make Yundain in a paragraph below. I have often seen this type of bread, also called Hokkaido milk bread, or Japanese milk bread, in social media platforms such as Pinterest. Those breads are made by the same principle, either adding Yundain or Tang to bread dough. How to make Yundain. We need to deduct 20% of the total flour ingredient to make yindain. So to make that one standard loaf size dough, we need 250 times 0.2 equals 50 grams of bread flour. Yindain flour to, Yindain flour to, oh, they've got a punctuation error here. Yindain flour to water ratios is generally... Oh no, I'm just reading it like an idiot. Yindain flour to water ratios is generally 1:1, but I found it easier to make yindain with a 1:0.8 ratio than simply add boiling water. Should be above 194 degrees Fahrenheit or 90 degrees Celsius, and combine them with a wooden spatula. The ideal combined dough temperature will be around 122 degrees Fahrenheit or 50 degrees Celsius when it is cooled. Wrap with a sheet of cling wrap and leave it on the kitchen bench or in the fridge. Maybe this should be something I should look into for a cooking stream one day. You need to gather bread flour, milk, sugar, unsalted butter, salt, and yindain that you need to make that you made the night before. Some ingredients will be further explained, as I have received many questions about this. For making fluffy Japanese milk bread, we need to use bread flour that contains around 12% protein. I use Japanese brand Nissin flour even. You can use all-purpose flour, but all-purpose flour has around 10% protein content. Therefore, the bread will not rise as high as a shokupan made with bread flour. I usually use Le Safre Instant yeast gold for making shokupan Japanese milk bread. If you cannot find instant dry yeast but can find fresh yeast, you can substitute this recipe. And then I missed that thing. This recipe requires 1 teaspoon, 5 grams of dried yeast. So you would need 5 grams times 3, 15 of fresh yeast. 15 grams of fresh yeast. I'm doing terrible at reading this. I'm the Popatash. I apologize. Wow. Would help if I didn't smash the mic. Sorry. We need to use unsalted butter because the salt content of butter will affect the gluten formation. If you don't have unsalted butter, would like to use oil instead, you can. However, it is a little bit tricky because butter is solid and oil is liquid. Generally speaking, you can replace 3/4 of the amount of butter with oil. Some readers have asked if they can replace with other types of milk. Using different milk does not affect the fluffiness and lightness of the bread. I tested using coconut milk and almond milk. Read the result in the FAQ. Some readers have asked to change the amount of ingredients to make bigger or smaller size bread loaves. Baker's percentage is great because it's universal when each country uses different units of weight. In this table below is the bread ingredients mixing ratio. Each ingredient is shown as a percent of the flour. If you don't have a kitchen scale, don't worry. I have figured out measurements using cups. However, you need to be as precise as you can. For example, when you measure 1 cup of flour, you need to spoon flour to the measuring cup, then level the surface with the back of the knife. The cup measurements are included in the recipe card note section. Cool. Oh my god, now we get to the recipe. Actually making the thing. How long is this? Okay, it's not too much further to the FAQ. I've done like 2/3 of it already. And now I've just lost my place. Back to the top. Here we... Okay, no, that's fine. How to make Japanese milk bread. This is the basic process of making shokupan Japanese bread in 8 steps using Udain method. Make Udain the night before, 8 to 12 hours. Knead all ingredients using a stand mixer, bread machine, or by hand. There's a bread machine? Wow. That's 20 minutes. The first rise, 45 to 60 minutes, depends on the temperature. Divide and roll. Bench time, 20 minutes. Shape! The second rise, 30 minutes. Bake, 30 minutes. Wow, 30 minutes. It's actually just a list. There you go. Tips to make shokupan successfully. Start making Udain the night before with boiling hot water. When the mixture combines, the temperatures of the dough should be around 122 degrees Fahrenheit or 50 degrees Celsius. Leaving Udain longer will result in better Japanese bread. The dough rising temperature should be around 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius. My oven has a defrost function. I set the temperature to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. So I use that setting for rising. I'll use a styrofoam box with 4 little cups of hot water in the corners of the box. How the hell does that work? Other recipes that call for shokupan Japanese milk bread. The fluffy, soft and moist Japanese milk bread is the basis of other delicious Japanese creations. And then it lists them. And I don't know if I can pronounce any of the names. It's got types of sandwiches. It's egg sandwich, fruit sandwich, breadcrumb sandwich. That's not what it actually says. How to store the bread. Oh, maybe this is a tip for all of us then. Will, take your bread out of the freezer immediately. No, that's me. Sorry. Fridge. Take your bread out of the fridge immediately. Another tip that I can give you is the bread is super soft, so it is better to slice it up the following day. I bake the bread on the Saturday and slice it up on a Sunday. It will stay moist for a few days just sitting on a kitchen bench. In my household, the bread is eaten in a day or two, but if you wish you can slice them and individually wrap and place them in a Ziploc bag to freeze. Sorry, what? Freeze? It will last about a month. Huh. Freeze. What do you know? It doesn't say how it freezes them. Or just leave it and it will just freeze itself in a bag. Suffocate, I don't know. I mean, it would freeze if you send it into a vacuum, technically, but yeah. We get to the FAQ now. Freezing the bread is a no. That's what it said! And this is coming from a bread expert. Well, there you go. I hope that constitutes as a worthy bread conversation of some degree. Instead of really a conversation, it was more or less just me reading the ingredients out for some Japanese bread. But as I don't know anything about Japanese bread, I think it was the best thing that I could manage. If anyone came into the stream at that while I was reading that out, I apologize significantly. Read it all over again. No. To read something else, I need to read the chat. And I need to put the fan on because it's starting to get too hot again. So, there you go. What else is going on? All very fancy words for bread. I just found one that's green. Who needs Siri when you have handy MC3 to read your recipes? I'm terrible at reading, so it would be better to have Siri read them. Notice how they didn't say leave it in the freezer. I like how you say that before I got to the part where they say you can freeze it. Cooking stream. I actually don't know if I'm going to be able to do a cooking stream again, because the last 2 times, like I said before, the last 2 times me and my sister have done one, we've been told off by my parents, so I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to do more, but I'm the bread expert. Been into London 2 times. What? Recently? I'll post green bread in the Discord server. As in, like, it's actually green bread. Redeemed 30-second ad break. Oh, Christ, I don't even have my, control panel open. I don't know if Bradley's still here to do that. He's streaming at the moment himself, so... He did say he would do that, though. Well, I've ran one now, so there you go. Hello, Sean. Ah, yes, Sean. I told Offie about your heroic find of blue. And she is indeed very grateful for it. There you go. Yeah. How are you doing today? Also, has Fatality been updating you on his progress with this track? His splits now give him like a 0.0, which is obscene. Does not need my help anymore. I told him to race Tyler's Ghost, and that's it. Yeah. Will is here too. Me and Will were talking about trains in Japan. It's been fantastic. Because I had a dream a couple of weeks ago where I was chasing him down the carriages of a train while singing the MC3 song at the top of my lungs. It was great. Probably a nightmare for Will, but you know. I enjoyed it. Unbearable stress, very glad I missed it. To be fair though, Sean was the only one that picked up on it. No one else even gave a damn. He never really plays the track for very long at once. Yeah. Yeah. He never really seems to do that with the game, because he would just come in out of nowhere and then play it, get a few PBs here and there on various different tracks and then stop. He's picked it up again though while I'm still playing it, which is... I don't know how I feel about it, but whatever at the same time, you know. My brother's hacked our old Wii. It has homebrew now. Will on CTGP? Oh, hell yeah. That has to be a thing. That has to be a thing by this December. Playing DK Mountain glitch earlier, failed EU tops and stopped. That's kind of interesting because Bradley just casually got EU tops there just by getting like, I think a 3 out of 3 glitch run. He just casually got 10th and he didn't even know it until I pointed it out to him. It's quite funny. It also means that out of me, him and Jacob, I'm the only one that hasn't got an EU top in this game yet. Both Jacob and Bradley have, and I have not. I'm sad. Yeah, that's very true. We have rechargeable batteries, so yeah, nice. You played Desktop Tash for like 30 minutes and failed BKT and stopped. It's kind of random what he plays, yeah. But that's probably better because it keeps the diversity alive. It means that you're able to adjust to actually driving the game in general. Instead of just trying to focus on the same sort of thing for like months on end. It's probably a more correct way of playing the game. You just become more versatile, and then you just also improve your driving as a whole rather than just on one point, which helps. I've noticed that when I've started to grind other tracks, if I go to something else and then come back here, I tend to do a shit ton better, to say the least. Oh yeah, and he told me about Delfino. I'm just really surprised about how much Delfino has progressed. Worldwide tops and EU tops. The fact that like low EU tops is what Tom's world record was in 2015. I remember him getting 204.836 on my birthday that year. It's really surprising. I might get a capture card soon. Nice. What are you thinking of getting, Will? Has Offie said anything else? I can't see anything. It's just unbearable stress. Hello, Beast Joe. I did improve. I improved exactly 2 weeks ago, actually. It was an off-stream thing, though. Because the European tops is a lot lower now. Both Scorpion Fatality have played. It's now like a low 0.3. Although it's still on the cards for me to get. It's a lot harder to do, so it's not the target anymore. Which is sad, but, you know. Little steps. 0.3 is the next target, and I hope to get that soon. I am not a god MC3 gamer by any means. No way in hell. I have a good understanding at least, and that's one of my achievements though. Scorpy and Fatality both getting up into the European top 10 and getting the 0.2s that they got, I feel was actually a partial achievement on my behalf as well, because I dissected a lot of their runs and just told them everything that they were doing wrong. So at least my knowledge that I've obtained over the years and shared with Lewis hasn't gone to waste, and it's actually not only been able to benefit me, but also benefit people that are actually better at playing the game, improving their times, and I'm actually pretty happy about that. And both of them have been really nice about it as well. They're not like saying, "Ha, I PB'd you, dick. Try getting European tops now." Like they were being very respectful. And I was happy to help them. So there's nothing bad about it. Carry on for practice. No, it's definitely a 0.1 still. What are you talking about, Sean? I sent you like 2 paragraphs at least. Did they not fucking send? I like spent at least 40 minutes dissecting your run and just telling you other things that you could do. How far back is your fucking run? Jesus Christ. Wait. That's just a pile of fuck. I don't know why that's not there. I did respond to you. Oh. For fuck's sake. No. Oh, that's so annoying. Let me carry on looking back. Apologies. Will is planning on getting the Elgato HDs. Wait, HS60 Pro? Are you sure that's the one you want to go with? Not that I'm judging your decision making at all, but I am skeptical about Elgato products, so you know. All the stuff that has happened with my original device. HD, okay. You are a god recipe reader. No, I am not. I'm not even a good reader. I'm the only one out of you, Fatality, Bradley, and Jacob who hasn't got a UK top. Yeah. Nothing else has changed, but it's quite a lot of money. Yeah. I mean, Ava Media is just better in my opinion. It's just served me better than an Elgato ever has. My Elgato's broken. I stood on the USB port and I just didn't care. It's because the device was just all round worse to use. From my experience. If you want to get it though, it's fine. But like, if I was to recommend you anything, the Ava Media LGP is what I'm using right now. Never steered me wrong. any time that it's caused anything to go off, it's purely because of my computer, not the device itself. And then you've got the newer Ava Medias as well, like the LGX, I believe, is the one that Tom uses. That one looks tasty. I've actually been considering upgrading to it, but who knows? I keep hitting the microphone today, I do apologise. Let's bring that forward so I don't actually keep doing that. I mean, and technically, if you're regarding CTs, Sean, then you must have some UK tops somewhere. But then there's also comparisons where me, Bradley, Fatality, and Jacob all have worldwide tops on a handful of CTs. Though actually you do as well, so there you go. I had 4 worldwide tops on CTs, there you go then. That's not nothing to shake a stick at. I know CTs aren't necessarily that optimized in comparison to vanillas, but they're still good nonetheless. Elgato is owned by Corsair now, so I'm a bit more knowledgeable on it. Huh. Corsair? When the fuck did they get their grubby hands on that? Hey! That's not fair. UK tops are kind of strong. EU tops and MC are nearly the same there. I mean, I think you've got quite a lot of people from the UK that are actually in the European and worldwide top on MC, so wouldn't surprise me. Though I was more or less referring to CTs. Hello, Circularity, by the way. I lost GS Mario Circuit and GCN Daisy Cruiser. Is that out of the update, the most recent update? Corsair bought them in 2018. I'm 2 out of tops on both of them, fair enough. Things change. I'm trying to think of the ones that I've had. I haven't had many. I'm in Baby Park by quite a decent amount now. And I did have DSDK Pass as well, back in the day. And then of course I got Niverbia and Heart of China when the update both came out. Technically not really an official sort of thing yet, but I'd still count it because it's still there. And that's it. That's all I can think of. Can't be bothered to play them again. Oh, you played the older versions. Mushroom Bridge and Snowy Circuit 2. I played Snowy Circuit 2. Once. I think. Actually, it might be the other one. Nearly had Lakeside Hill on 13th there now. Got 148.8 on Niverbia in 30 minutes and then never touched it again. Is that the new Niverbia? Because a 148.8 is pretty quick on the old one. That's it. The only thing that I really don't like is the new strat with the new Niverbia. It's just the way that the BKT just low tricks. just low tricks that that cut before the house and goes in through the off-road. Some guy called Peter managed to jump a skipping rope. It does literally what it is. It's a joke reward. But, well, if you use the FC command, I did this by mistake, but it's hilarious. I was gonna have a Peter command where it would get the whole copy pasta of the entire Spotify ad script pasted in the chat, but I accidentally replaced the FC command, and I thought it was so funny that I could just keep it that way. There you go. There it is. Right. Let's read it. Ahem. Some guy called Peter managed to jump a skipping rope over 12,000 times in an hour. Really? It's a world record. We looked it up. Well, we think he'd like Spotify Premium. Instead of just 6 skips an hour, Premium gives you unlimited skips, so you can jump between tracks as much as you like. Learn more about Premium when you tap the banner. Go on, do it for Peter. I just cancelled my Spotify Premium. What, because I just read that out? It's the only way the ad will live on, because I can't play Spotify on stream anymore. It's the only way that ad will live on. Needed to save money, fair enough. If you said yes, I wouldn't have judged you. Don't worry. Lakeside Hill is the only true comparison between 2018 and me 3 months ago. Fair enough. This is the only true comparison of where I have me starting the game to me finishing the game, I guess. Or me where I am with the game now. Might be where I finished with the game, who knows. I might. I might do. I don't remember where Lakeside Hill is located. And I don't want to look for it now. If I have time though, I'll end off on it. How's that? We started off with Luke's 13th record claim. And we're going to finish off with Sean's old 152 on Lakeside Hill. $145,799. Is that the current BKT, I assume? And that's fair enough, Will. It's actually probably smart that you have that mindset, especially considering I assume you're not doing very much to earn at the moment. It's probably quite smart that you're doing that. I would like to say that I'm with you with that, but I keep spending money online. Though, believe it or not, I'm actually not spending nearly as much as, yeah, I'm not spending nearly as much as, I was when I was actively going out the house and everything. Oh, 145 is your current PB, fair enough. Didn't realise Forrest Bule made the legendary sub after watching your video about him. What with his first ever 119? Yeah. He's the legendary sub guy. He's played a couple of other tracks, if I remember correctly. Well, actually, no. Don't take my word for that. I might be making it up. Let's see what else Frost Bule has done. My bad. I don't know why I keep saying Forest. Let's see if I can find him. Yeah. So he played N64 Mario Raceway. And he got the first 146 sub, I believe. Actually, let me take a closer look at that. I'm just going off his player's profile. No, he didn't. Wait. Yes, he did. He got the first 146 sub on there. If that's significant at all. He's got a Moo Moo Meadows time. Got the first 119.5 on Moo Moo Meadows. There you go. Got the first 110 sub on Luigi Circuit. I think that's what he's most known for. GCN Peach Beach. He got the first 115 sub on GCN Peach Beach. Wait. Yeah, and then we got the first 119 on MC3. And the last record that he got was a 144.3 on Raceway, which I think might actually be faster than my PB, but I have no idea. There you go, though. Hello, Ginger. Gypsy Ginger. Gingy Ginger, even. Gypsy. One is in 4 figures. That is a way that is helpful when it comes to the house. The other came with my bank account, and I just put money in so interest builds up. At the moment, I have £20 left in the main account. I see. 143 on Raceway with 1 pipe trick on the lap 1. What, did you just get no pipe tricks for the rest of the run? Just 1. That's a really weird PB if you got that. And a respectably quick time if that was the only thing you did. Luigi Circuit's one I'd actually like to go back to. I'd like to get a 109 there. I'm not making fun of your fancy name change. I was just reading it wrong. I guess that's the biggest offence you can do to a Sean if you spell their name wrong. Unless their name is Scene, because that's just a shit way of spelling the name, so it's fine. I'm so close to a 109, yeah. You could probably get it as your next PB, Sean. You could probably get to like a 0.8 or 7. That's where Jacob is, anyways. I'm talking a bit too loudly again. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a 109 either. Now I've been playing for a while. I used to call someone who's also called Scene. There you go. You know what's up, Will. $22.9, that's respectable. I think I've only managed 0.2s, if I remember correctly. It was like 2018 when I last played that track. Mine is a 110.042. We'll grind at some point for that sub. Nice. Oh, the wheelie cut's overrated, especially if you don't have anything as quick as like a mid 0.09, a mid 0.5, a mid 109.5. There we go. My arm is very red. Put some cream on it then. I did 2 times. Okay. then you're good. Just don't look at it and it won't be red anymore. Or if you don't look at it, you can't see that it isn't red. Therefore, not a problem, right? Out of 123.0 on Mario Circuit, I wanted a 122 but gave up. I wanted a 122 once upon a time as well. And then I couldn't get the hang of the shroom at the beginning. Then Daisy showed me how you could still get like 122 with the one shroomer. And so I just tried going for it again. I didn't play it for very long. I lost interest in that track quite easily. Might have cheesy chips for chips tomorrow for tea. Anyone else want to join? Cheesy chips. I honestly don't know if I've ever had them. Cheesy pasta sounds better to me. The cheese on the pasta has to be melted in a specific way, though, in order to be nice on cheesy pasta. Like, to me, it has to be small flakes that have been, like, evenly sprinkled nicely. If it's still sort of like big chunks that have only half melted, it gives off this kind of unpleasant texture, actually. Has to be kind of nice. And we don't have a grater to get it that fine. So, I never usually have it at home. My mum doesn't really do pasta much. And I love cheesy pasta. Grated, yeah. Has to grate it. But it needs to be fine grated. Like really like small twizzly bits, almost hair-like. Otherwise it's just like not right. Will just gets like one of those cheese blocks out of the fridge and just places it on his pasta. Tastes like I'm eating cheese. Oh, God. That was weird. Oh, fuck you. Spaghetti with a pinch of salt, huh? That's oddly plain, in my opinion. Spaghetti or just pasta with butter on it is underrated, in my opinion. Like, we were talking about cold foods the other day, where soup was one. For me, if I have like a really bad cold, just buttered pasta, really nice. Cheese in between 2 cream crackers. I don't think I've been that adventurous before. Actually, no. I'm pretty sure they used to do something like pre-made like that. Small, like, lunchable things when I was in school, primary school. Which was like cream crackers and cheese. Cheese spread. It was like a puffy sort of cheese spread. And I'd eat that shit. I don't even remember what it tasted like though. My cousin cuts the cheese really thin and layers it on top of a pasta and just lets it melt. So good. I'm just lazy, so I use a grater at home. You see, I'd be the complete opposite, really. Like just having a layer over the top is too much. Fine grated is much nicer in my opinion. So perhaps I just don't like melted cheese that much. It's quite weird. Well, it has to be a specific type of cheese melted. I don't think cheddar tasted very nice. Cheddar tastes very nice melted. At least not in large quantities. Yeah, it's not a thick layer, but yeah. I still feel like it would just be a better effect if you just finely grate it. Yeah. I'm actually more into strong cheddar. Maybe that's why. Maybe having a more mild tasting cheese is better melted. I do prefer stronger though. Crap. Hello again, Soup Played. That's fair enough. Taking breaks is important. I'll probably be finishing soon as well. Who knows? I've been chatting more than I have been playing, so it's not really been an attempt tonight. Sainsbury's own cream cracker sandwich. Huh. I like very mature chili cheddar. It's very good. Chili cheddar, like with actual like pepper chilies in it. That's weird. I don't like anything spicy at all. Anything that makes my tongue feel like it's hot without actually being hot itself is a no. That shit can fuck off. Even if it's like very slight. Which gives it a kick, but the dairy and chili neutralise it, giving it an epic effect. Oh, that's very true. Because if you do have like an overwhelming sense of chili, you can like just drink milk or something to try and neutralise the temperature, can't you? I forgot about that. Yeah, the 863 reward. That's another kind of jokey one that I just put in there. It doesn't really contribute to anything. You got the Peter one, and then you got that one. But I feel like if anyone just redeems the Peter one now, people would just use the SC command to have the whole Peter copy pasta just paste itself in the chat. I was at Target to get my brother's school supplies. Oh my god. Should be something that your parents or your brother do. Unless you were with them there getting the supplies, then that would make sense. School supplies in July though, wow. Well, I guess things are different with schools in the US. Stop spending your poor floopies, they're rabbits, not money. They're a form of currency. Are you saving up for the bigger ones, Sean? Is that what you're doing? You're just going to casually save up 2 billion points to make me never play this track again. You go to school next week? What the fuck? That's so weird. In August. School in the UK only ended like 2 weeks ago or something. You have 11.5k. Not bad. Fortnite for 12 hours, of course. That's the thing as well, I actually would. Anyone can get that number. Oh god. Oh, you bitch. Fuck pipes. I think that last turn, that second turn would be so much better without pipes. You don't want me to quit MC3. I'll have to do it at some point. I can't play this forever. It's physically damaging. And mentally. Can't do it forever. I'm not ready to go back. Ah, man. I've been out of school for 5 months and still have summer holidays. Well, how long have I been out of school for now? More than 5 months. I can't be bothered to figure it out. Anyway, it's 1:30. Let's go for one more lap one and then I'm finishing. This session hasn't really been a session today. I haven't really got anything notable. Except for a 2:15 lap 1, which I fucked up the ending. So it could have been a 0.1 quite easily. Would have been a holiday for a lifetime. Wait, what was it? So it'd been a 5-star hotel in the penthouse suite in Mexico. Ah, oh, your holiday was called off because of the fucking lockdown. That kind of sucks. Hope you got money given back though. Got refunded and whatever. Oh god no. A watch your ghost thing would be a nightmare. And I say that because there used to be a guy called Rabbit who would just constantly come into my chat and be like, hey Handy, I got such and such on this track, watch it. And I'll just be like, yeah, okay Rabbit, I'll watch your thing. And then while I'm at it, he'll get me to download like 700 others of his times. And so my MC3 attempt session will go into like a 2-hour PB viewing session on every fucking track. Just at the same time amusing, it was also just irritating after a while. And I'm pretty sure there was one point where he came in and be like, hey, I got this time on such and such. Please let me see this. And then I'll be like, no, I just want to focus on this track today. And then that guy was just like, fuck you. And I never saw him again. Or something along the lines. Like, I'm pretty sure I just said no one day and he just didn't come back in. Yeah, your PB wouldn't show up on my file system, sadly, as well. But when you get the 56, I might consider just clearing up the folder, just so you can have yours on stream. Fuck off. Stupid thing. I had to concentrate. I wanted to insult the game, and I had to concentrate on where I was drifting, so I had to pause in between. Oh, that's really funny. I don't need to use your floopies because I get discount because I'm Sean. On what? Are you sure? You won't get 100% discount on me quitting this track or anything. That's what you're implying. Nah, crap. It's fine. There we go. Bastard. I don't know where Lakeside Hill is actually. I almost forgot there. Yeah. Let's look at it. It's made by Spy Kid. I'm actually down for saving. Quit MC3 floopies. You're gonna be here for longer than I'm alive. Because we did the math for that, because Bradley has a similar award. Oh, you just want your old PB? Oh no, the opposite. Okay. I set a 150.0 with my stuff on GB2, but cannot do it with my stuff off. My stuff off even. Oh no, you actually put it twice. This is the wrong thing. Where's Lakeside? Fuck. Where's it gone? Where the bitch are you? There you are. Why have I got the gold star here? That makes no sense. I don't remember playing this track. Cool, I done my bit. Yeah, there you go. Mushroom Bridge is fucking well. Oh, I've just started the game. Too late. Can I have Mushroom Bridge another day? September. We'll do it in September. Item box. Fake item box. You didn't tell me before I left. The 26th day of December. December? September. It's the 21st day of September. I don't have a 152 from you. I have a 152 from fuck, but not 152 from you. I've got 150 instead. Cannot wait that long. September? No, you can wait that long. In fact, I'll prove it to you. Mushroom Bridge PV watching session, September the 26th. As Souplade said. Yes, you have to care, because the 21st of September is what it actually says, and that's my friend's birthday. So you have to! Otherwise, ban. I feel like Luigi Circuit Wheelie Shroom might actually work on this track, if it's not done already, just there at the beginning. Owns music. Are you sure? What music does he own? It's very inspecific. Doesn't own any of mine. All of it? Nah, that's a lie. Ah, I see what you did there. You got that low trip thing that I was theorizing. We're just pointing out. Maybe not theorizing as such. Just pointing out that it was a thing that could happen. Got a fucking drop though. Who's that dick? Right, to finish off the stream. Oh, I could, yeah, I could watch Backcake as well. It'd be interesting. We'll finish off this comparison first, though. Oh, God. Alright, there's certainly improvement just in the beginning itself. Definitely quite blatant. You're welcome, Soup Blade. You just don't want to wheelie. You're just holding that drift. And not soft drifting at all either. Or drifting the ramp. Oh, hell yeah, though. You got the little low trick. You may or may not. I don't intend to do anything else, but anything else can happen. That was pretty low as well. Don't know about the angle though. You didn't even know how to soft drift at this point in time. It's quite clear, yes. The way that you just sort of pivot around in the shortcut. That's quite a distance. Right, finishing off on Backcake versus... And then that'll be it. I'm calling it an end to my life for today. You have to go, fair enough. I mean, there's not much left of stream, so you're not going to miss too much more. Oh Christ, I'm not reading that again. I read it once already. So he kind of did do the Luigi circuit cut then. Why the fuck did Luke trick there? He just phases through the floor. Aww. He didn't go for it all 3 laps. This BKT is immediately beatable. Sean, go do it. Right now. Actually, tricking is kind of okay there. I didn't realise. The re-wheelie off the boost panel actually does make sense. Because you're making use of that boost off there. So if you were to look to do anything, Sean, to take from this run, that would be one key thing that could actually save you just a little bit of time here and there. The cut is comparable to Shroom turn skit on Maple Treeway in difficulty, so no, really? Didn't look that tricky. Not that I'm gonna go and do it, of course. Yeah. As much as this track has expanded, I do remember, like I'm pretty sure, This Time by Luke was the BKT when you sent me This Time. So if you were to get anything here, I would like to see you beat This Time by Luke. If that's something that you're aiming to do, anything here. If you do that as well, I'll record a comparison between this time and your time. And it will be a good day. Anyways, I think I'm done for today. Don't want to challenge that piece of shit. Who the fuck is live? Not touching that track? Well, that's disappointing. 145 was always my end goal. Okay then. But in all seriousness, fair enough. It's like a piece of shit to play properly, so... Let's take a look. Let's see. Who have we got on the Mario Kart Wii directory? Daniel is there. Nolan is there. Anyone else I know? I'm there. Bradley's there. No one else I really know. Someone's just streaming with like their webcam in the corner of their room from their TV, so you can see like the entire wall of their room and the back of the door and everything. I think I'll go with Old Faithful Bradley for today. Anywho's, I will leave you with this for today. Hopefully I'll stream a little bit earlier tomorrow, and hopefully I can get more into the feel of MC3. As much as I'm enjoying the streams and talking to everybody again, I've been doing that more than actually playing the goddamn track, so it's not helping. But at the same time, I guess it is helping, so you never know. Anyways, I shall bid you farewell for the time being. Watch Bradley if you want to. Don't if you don't. I don't care, but it would be nice if you do. Anywho's, thank you for stopping by again. And with any luck, I'll be streaming again tomorrow.